ladies, I'm here on that show, and I'm here to talk about game 2 of 3 between the Philadelphia Phillies and New York Mets. What a game here between these two teams tonight. The Mets win 6-5. They walk it off. They get single off Johan Duran. 4 straight singles. Nemo with the one to walk it off. Great win by the Phillies. And their offense is starting to click these last 2 games. Their offense has really started to click. Last night they had 13 hits, or 14 hits for 13 runs. Tonight wasn't that success, but I felt like they were clicking. The 5th inning, they had that big 5-run inning, but then the bullpen, blew it from junk car Brazo bum to Ryan Halesley. You can go to Halesley, Mr. Halesley. But yeah, the Mets offense has started to click, and they're only 5 games in the back now in this NL East, and they still got one more game tomorrow, and then a big 4-game series after that. So if they can sweep tomorrow, that's going to be a big series in Philadelphia. But Carlos Mendoza talked about the offense, clicking. They're getting the baseball just to find open holes. They're using the whole field. And we've seen it time after time, going the other way with 2 outs, not trying to do too much. They're just going the other way, getting blue pits. They're getting the ball to go where others aren't. So they're doing a much better job offensively and that thing. Not trying to do too much. You stay sure and trying to hit line drives. That's what they've been doing. And then the defense wasn't great. With Philadelphia, they made an error. There was that throwing error by Bader. The defense just wasn't great. There was a play also at third base. So yeah. But another big thing was the runners in scoring position. The Mets were 5 for 10 with RISP. The Phillies were 2 for 10. So Mets were better with runners in scoring position. That's the thing with the Phillies. The Phillies certainly have a lot of talent, but do they have the clutch gene? These first 2 games, I ain't seen no clutch gene. Besides Harrison Bader with that 2-run homer, I ain't seen no clutch gene in these first 2 games. I think it's a fair question given their past postseason performances and what happens at Citi Field. And from what I've seen, the Mets have had more clutch, more energy in this series through 2 games. Sure, the Phillies obviously came back, they tied it up, but at the end, a lost is a lost. Alright, I was trying to look at the fucking stat sheet, but the fucking Google, I guess, was slow or crashed or something, because fucking full stat sheet isn't fucking up here. Either that fucking, or it's fucking late, I don't know what the fuck happened. So I have to go to fucking ESPN to give your stat sheet. God, this shit's so fucking stupid. Sorry. Anyways, the Mets win 6-5. What the fuck is happening? Oh my lord. This is a fucking clusterfuck. God. Mets win though 6-5. Okay, I can finally get that out. They improved to 71 and 61. Philly, they dropped to 76 and 56, and they've lost 2 of 3 here at Citi Field. Tomorrow they'll try and avoid the sweep. So, Nemo and Alonso lead the Mets past the Phillies despite Ryan Halesley's latest flop as a New York Met. 5-3 lead. Gets a strikeout to start, but then he gives up a walk, and then a 2-run homer to Harrison Bader. Frank the Tank, he fucking hates Ryan Halesley. I can assure Mets fans, even though they won, they still don't trust Ryan Halesley, and he has been a flop as a New York Met. One of Frank's top 10 most hated Mets already. But yeah, I can go over the summary here of the game. So, whatever. So, Brandon Nimmo singled home the winning run in the 9th inning. Pete Alonso actually had 4 hits in this one. Ripping the ball all night. The Mets beat the Phillies 6-5 on Tuesday. Alonso delivered a 2-run double in the 5-run 5th that gave New York a 5-2 lead. They were down 2-0. They took a 5-2 lead. Got Jesus Luzardo out of the game. He's just so up and down. Like, he'll have these good moments, and then one inning he'll have a bad inning, just that meltdown inning. Sure, the umpires wasn't doing any favors, but you can't hit the 9-hitter. You just can't. I think it was 0-2. You can't do that. Was the ump not great? The ump wasn't great, but ump didn't lose you the game, Philly. But yeah, then after that, he was already coming out of the game. He got ejected, whatever. Harrison Bader then tied it. They got 1 run back off of Junk Car Brazo Bomb. I just like calling him that now that Frank the Tank calls him Junk Car Brazo Bomb. Lucky he only gave 1 run. But then, Ryan Helsley, super bullpen. Harrison Bader, 2-run homer, ties the game off a struggling reliever, Ryan Helsley, and he got booed off the mound by a crowd of 41,914 people. Can you imagine getting booed by 40,000 people? Juan Soto, Mark Vientos, each providing an RBI single for the Mets, who won for the 4th time in 5 games following a 5-16 stretch. Like I said, they sucked. And they've pulled within 5 games of Philadelphia in the NL East by winning their 9th straight game against the rival Phillies at home, if you're including last year's playoffs. Bader and Harper each had 3 hits for the Phillies, who have lost 23 of 29 in Queens, if you're counting the 2024 postseason. The Phillies just struggle to win at Citi Field. The Mets loaded the bases with nobody out in the 9th against closer Johan Duran on singles by Marte, Alonso, and Brett Beatty. So 3 straight singles to load the bases. Nimmo lined a clean hit through a drawn-in infield drawn in for his 5th career walk-off RBI. So, yeah, just got a bunch of singles off Johan Duran there. Really nothing fancy, just a bunch of singles off a great closer. Sometimes shit happens. And Nimmo also had a sacrifice fly. Give credit to Edwin Diaz. Struck out 4 of the 5 batters he faced in 1 2/3 perfect innings. He struck out 4 after he had to clean up the mess left by Ryan Helsley. Harper's 2-run single off reliever Gregory Soto gave Philly starter Jesus Luzardo 2-0 lead in the 5th, but he failed to get another out after being removed. He shouted at the plate umpire, Willie Traynor, as he walked off the field before he was ejected. But a key moment here was Luzardo plunking the 9-hitter Luis Torrens on the foot with an 0-2 breaking ball, leading off the ball in the 5th. Look, I know the umpire wasn't great, but that was a key moment, I thought. You just can't hit the 9-hitter right there. And this is a key stat. Bader's actually 9 for 14 against the Mets this year, but he made a costly throwing error from center field in the 5th. But we'll go over the pitching matchup for tomorrow. But yeah, let's go over the box score. Let's go over the pitching. Jesus Luzardo, 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Orion Kirkering, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Tanner Banks, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Matt Strahm. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Struck out the side. Jose Alvarado, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Duran, 0.0 innings, didn't record a single out. He gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, no strikeouts. So, yeah, man, 4 hits given up here by Johan Duran, and gives up the winning run. For the lineup, Turner, 1 for 5. He struck out 3 times. Schwarber, 0 for 4 and a walk. Man, MVP right there, 0 for 4 and a walk. What's he done this series? No hits. But MVP hitting 245 there. So on MLB Network said that he's hitting 245. He knows that's pretty average. Harper, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs. Realmuto, what a rough night from him. 0 for 5, 4 strikeouts, got that golden sombrero. Boom, 2 for 4. Castellanos, a swing of the try by Castellanos. 0 for 3 and a walk. Bader, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, and had the homer. These bitch love Sosa. 2 for 3 and RBI. Stott, 0 for 0 and a walk. Marsh, 0 for 1 pinch hitting. He struck out, and Weston Wilson was 0 for 3. For the Mets, Shamanai, 4.2 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. I kind of thought they took him out a little bit early. Because, I mean, there's only 2 out. There was 2 outs. I feel like he could have let him finish the 5th. But he wasn't that efficient. Like, yeah, I know 8 strikeouts and no walks sounds really efficient. But he threw 90 pitches in 4 and 2/3 innings. That's not really that efficient. But he pitched well. He just wasn't, like, that efficient. But he still had 8 strikeouts and didn't walk anybody. He can probably be fine. But then we go to the bullpen here. Gregory Soto, 0.1 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Junk Car Brazobomb, 1 inning, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, no strikeouts. This dude sucks. Tyler Rogers, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Ryan Helsley, 0.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He gave up a homer. He actually had 2 walks in this one. But Diaz, to save the day, 1.2 innings, or should I say not. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts from Edwin Diaz. For the offense, Lindor, 2 for 4, Soto, 1 for 4, a walk and an RBI. Marte, 1 for 4 and a walk. Alonso, 4 for 5, 2 RBIs. Vientos, 1 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Beatty, 1 for 1 pinch hitting. Nemo, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Tyrone Taylor, 1 for 2 and a walk. McNeil, 0 for 4, and Torrens, 0 for 3 and a run scored. Scoring summary. In the 5th, Harper single, score 2. Soto single. Throwing error. In the bottom of the 5th, Alonso double, Vientos single, Nemo sac fly. 6th, these bitch love Sosa with an RBI infield single. Bottom of the 8th, Bader ties it. And then at the bottom of the 9th, Nemo wins it. So the Mets had 12 hits for 6 runs, 5 in the 5th, 1 in the 9th. They had 12 hits for 6 runs, another game with double-digit hits. No errors. Philly had 11 hits, 5 runs, 1 error, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 8th. What a hell of a ball game this was, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets get the win, 6-5. They took the first 2 against Philadelphia. Tomorrow will be the final game of a 3-game series. We'll go over the pitching matchup. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be Nolan McLean against Tom Walker. Tom Walker kind of flip-flopped as a starter in the bullpen this year, but obviously he's starting. Nolan McLean, who's looked pretty good through his first 2 starts. We'll see what he has in store for tomorrow, 7:10 p.m. We'll see if the Mets can get the sweep, or if Philadelphia can avoid it and go back up by 6 games in the division. We'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe more. Until next time out. Peace.